The insatiable mob of rabid paparazzis and online haters are hounding Harry and Meghan to the ends of the earth.
They're not going to stop until she dies.
Which, unless you're willfully blind, was proven beyond all reasonable doubt in the first few minutes of the first episode of their marvellous Netflix documentary. When we witnessed how Harry and Meghan had to escape through the streets of New York at high speed, a scene right out of not a thriller, more of a horror movie, because what they were escaping from were ghosts or spirits of some kind, I believe.
Oh my God,
Watched them go into this park and then...
this path. I mean, worst case scenario, so safety first.
Be with friends in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That experience haunts them to this day. Almost as much as the time William shouted at Harry.
How dare you?
Surprised they didn't use that clip in the documentary. What would one more lie have been?
You're outrageous, you're disgusting, you really are.
No, William, don't hurt me. I'm sorry I married a 43% Nigerian woman.
How dare you behave like that?
I didn't mean to, William. I didn't know you and my whole family were so prejudiced.
And why are you here?
Me and Meghan just wanted a bit more coal for the fire. It gets so cold in the shed. Meghan's getting frostbite from all the hoeing she's been doing.
Thought you guys had learned by now.
We have learned our lesson, William. We can't take another thrashing.
Anyway, the point of today's video is that the Sugars are losing their mind because of a Politico article that came out calling Meghan Markle a narcissist.
No, 1,000 times no.
Laughable! Nothing could be further from the truth. The article was weird in that it compared her to Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Kanye West, and a few other people who I don't really think are very similar to each other, but whatever. Let's take a look at this hive mentality collective meltdown. But before we get into it, remember to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, because all of those things help me with the algoritmo. And of course, leave any comments that you want to make under the video in the comment section. And of course, it is the season for sharing, so share this video with all of your friends and family. Meghan Markle fans irate! Narcissist essay likens her to Musk, Trump, Kanye West, Elizabeth Holmes, when really she should be compared to Gandhi, Mandela, Haile Selassie, Barack Obama, the Buddha, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, Maria Magdalena, to name but a few. I hate it when people say that. To name but a few. You don't know anymore! I digress. I hate it when people say that as well. Now, where was I? The Duchess is targeted in a new Politico essay about narcissism that her supporters say wrongly puts her in the same category as criminals and anti-Semites and others who have perpetuated actual evil. Yeah, to an extent I agree. I mean, it is a bit stupid to compare all of those people. They're all different, so they don't really seem very similar, any of them, in terms of personality or the things that they've said and done. So yeah, I can agree with that. Supporters of Meghan Markle have called for Politico to apologise for an essay that labels her a narcissist who possesses the same mix of shameless self-aggrandizement and self-confident charm. Charm, you can't accuse her of that, I don't think. As more polarising and arguably more dangerous figures such as Elon Musk, dangerous as fuck, Donald Trump, Kanye West, Elizabeth Holmes, and Sam Bankman-Fried. Markle fans say the essay 2022 is the year we all finally got tired of narcissist is a depraved, garbage take that fuels racism and misogyny. The hate for Meghan is palpable.
Capable.
Tweeted Christopher Boozy. Boozy Chris.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
A woman of colour protecting her family and defending herself isn't narcissism, it's survival. Continued Boozy Chris, who defended Meghan and Harry in an interview for their explosive 6-part Netflix series that premiered early this month. Someone else said that Meghan is far from perfect, but that she's no narcissist because she stood up for her sen. Supporters also wondered if calling Meghan a narcissist is a way of calling her uppity. and complained that her face appears in the centre of the featured image for the essay, surrounded by the faces of Trump, West, Musk, putting Meghan Markle on a list with people who have purposely harmed others for profit is gross negligence, tweeted someone who definitely wasn't a bot. You are no better than the British media and YouTube grifters.
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now. Oh.
You're no better than the British media and the YouTube grifters who make their money spreading lies about her daily. How can you justify this as a debate? Did she cause an insurrection?
Former President Trump incited an insurrection.
He worked to incite an insurrection.
There is no comparison to inciting an insurrection.
Into inciting an insurrection.
They feel if a president has incited an insurrection.
For inciting the erection.
Incited the erection.
Someone who just incited an erection.
Did incite an erection on the Capitol.
For inciting that deadly erection.
Did she attack the... Whoa, not going to say that word. Okay, so we've heard from Boozy Chris and some of the other sugars on Twitter. Now, in the interest of balance, let's go and find out what a couple of middle-aged or slightly older than middle-aged white men make of all of this.
Obviously, we've had the 6-part Netflix. We have
the biography.
We've got this book coming out, Spare. But after that, they've said all they can say, surely.
Oh, you underestimate the degree of their capacity to turn a molehill into the Himalayas. A tiny speck of grievance becomes this kind of Vesuvius of resentment. It's an extraordinary achievement.
Go on, Nigel Farage. Go on, David Starkey. Tell it like it is. No one's going to accuse you of being prejudiced again. Okay, so I just want to focus on one more paragraph from the article, because I think there's quite a lot to unpack here. I hate it when people say that. With her new essay, Vice is the one who wrote the Politico essay, Vice faces the same accusations of racism and bullying that have been levelled against some of Meghan's most outspoken critics, who include conservative pundits and social media trolls. Sorry, criticism isn't racism. I'm really sorry about that. Vice's essay, moreover, follows a volatile column against the Duchess that was published in the tabloid The Sun before Christmas. Author Jeremy Clarkson wrote that he hated Meghan. Yeah, he said he hated her on a cellular level. That's hatred, though, not racism. Irrational, not racist. He said he hated Meghan and dreamed of the day that she would be made to parade naked through the streets of every town in Britain while the crowds chant "shame" and throw lumps of excrement at her. I have to say, Clarkson saying something like that doesn't help people like me. It just makes us look like idiots. And we are not, are we? The Sun removed it from its website, but the Sussexes have called the Sun's apology nothing more than a PR stunt. Just can't win with these fellows, can you? Vice said her opinion of Meghan and Harry turned before the end of the series. She said she became irritated by the way they and the series pushed the idea that there was no one more in love, no one more socially conscious, no one more aggrieved than them. Yeah. Very narcissistic.
Meghan Markle's life literally does not affect you in any way.
Doesn't it? She's been trying to destroy the West for 30 years. It all started when she was 12 and she wrote that angry letter to Procter & Gamble. Since then, I have not seen a single sexist dish soap advert. Then there's a bit of a gap from 92 to 2022, admittedly. But then she brought out Archetypes, actively encouraging women all over the world, billions of women who listen to her, to shake off the shackles of the tropes that have been holding them back. No!
I don't think that men can control crazy women.
I don't want my wife getting any big ideas, okay?
So if you hate Meghan, you need to take a hard look at yourself and ask why.
I've already told you. She's a loose cannon, a maverick, a renegade, a revolutionary. Women are gonna rise up!
Is it because she ruined your high school fantasy of marrying a prince who never knew you existed?
Soy boy. Soy boy. Soy boy.
I read so much soy.
Harry would rather be her husband than your prince, and it makes you sick.
He does make me feel a bit sick.
Meghan Markle is smart and classy and brave. And
stunning and brave.
And she's a better princess than we deserve.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
And if you're mad at her, If you think you deserve a better princess than her, that's the definition of uppity.
Yeah, you jealous ass clowns. Now there's a word I love. Ass clowns. I think at the end of the day, a lot of us online haters, it's not that we're haters, it's just that you see people like Meghan in your day-to-day life and you see how people don't call them out on their bullshit, right? And so when you see somebody in the public eye that's getting rich and, you know, just putting themselves out there all the time, there's loads of people that fall for it. Just like in the real world, there's idiots that fall for narcissists BS. It's just kind of frustrating, and it's fun to laugh at, you know. I don't think it's always great, the criticism she gets. Like Jeremy Clarkson's article is a piece of trash as far as I'm concerned. This, to be honest, this one in the Politico magazine was also not great. I mean, lumping her in there with Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Kanye West. I mean, it was just, what was that all about? No, all of those people are separate and have different issues. Maybe there's some overlap in some places, but by no means are they very similar. But I think that's it, isn't it? At the end of the day, we just want to stop saying "at the end of the day," you idiots. I'm becoming hyper self-aware, making all these YouTube videos. Or maybe I'm getting less aware of myself, less self-aware. And my persona is getting detached from my real personality. I'm experiencing dissonance. And you know, I'm reading Jung's archetypes at the moment, so I'm worried about that. You know, I could be losing it. I keep dreaming about water as well. It's my subconscious, isn't it, overflowing into the real world. It's going to make me do something. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. See you in the next one.